Greetings. This is the ancient one, downtown lovely Winder, Georgia. It's a rainy day in Georgia. But I'm here with my good student, Dylan, and friend. Great to be with you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Dylan is 32, just now getting into golf. How long have you been playing, Dylan?
1 year.
1 year. Now, he's developed some habits. Everybody does. So my main job is to get correct habits installed. Right, Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
We call these algorithms. It's like a computer. It's patterns. We have to, once we're in there, then it's automatic. And we have right brain, left brain. Well, originally, everything's left brain. Now, Dylan is really into construction. He's driven excavators and backhoes and he supervised, and so he knows that. And put me out there, I might be able to do it, but I'd be a little real rough. But golf, I've been at 60 years. So what I've attempted to do is to minimize and make it as simple and easy. Between hard and easy, which do you like, Dylan? Easy. This is the easiest swing in golf. So do you have the card? There it is behind you. So what I've done, I just put this on a index card so you can see it's very minimal, easy to follow. And so Dylan's going to read that off. I know the content, but we want to do it in order. So he's going to cue me in, and I'll demonstrate with each. There's clumps. There's 4 different clumps. I want to do it in 3. So we learn everything in clumps. We learn our telephone number, 770-378-4310. We learn our ABCs, ABC, DEF, clumps 3. So this is clumps of 3, but they're 4 different segments. So Dylan was going to graciously accept it. He's going to cue me in, and then I'll be able to put this on YouTube, and I'll be able to send it to his email, so he'll have a reference. And for the rest of his life, he'll be playing another 50, 60 years, I'm sure. So cheers, onward and upward. Okay, so read off what's the first?
Your setup.
Setup. So just like your machines, and I think of an outrigger on a bucket hoe. You got 2 outriggers. You got to have it really set sturdy. Here I am on 2 legs, balanced on 2 Coke bottles. Well, that's pretty awkward and imbalanced. So we want to be able to rotate. Go on through. How you doing? Leave a quarter on the commode there. So right side, left side. But we don't want wobble and falling over. No, so we have to be very steady. In the short game, the buzzword is stability, because we don't want power. We just want to lock in and this, none of this. But with the full swing, we want wristies, we want movement, mobility. And this 87-year-old body, I have arthritis, I have artificial hip, reconstructed right knee, other issues, but I can still swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can do it, you can do it. Young bucks, anybody's a young buck that's younger than me. So first is the setup. My body's a machine. This club is a tool. So how do I arrange to use this? Very carefully. I want it at, okay, so what's the next?
The line of sight.
Line of sight. So I'm an expert top level pool player. So I want to visualize, and I want this going right down towards my target. But wobbles off, anything. Same way with this. I want this going linear out. Where this goes, that's where the ball goes. So the second one, Dylan?
Second one is line of sight.
Line of sight. That's the line of sight. Next one?
Grip attachment.
Grip it. Now grip it. These are the only attachment we have. I call it attachment rather than a grip. We're not gripping it. It sets in the low part of the finger. If you're going through the airport, you have a luggage, piece of luggage. You want it setting right in there. Right there. Not there. So we put it in the low part of the fingers, and then we want this heel pad. This is the fleshy part of your heel. We want it over top. These are oversized grips. I have small hands, but still I can do it. Now the test is I can hold this with one finger, and it's underneath my heel pad. This is the heel pad. Guys that wear gloves, I don't. They wear out this glove right here. Why? Because there's movement, friction. I want it underneath, this over top. That gives me a secure hold. Now the right hand, I've never fired a pistol, but I was an expert rifle M1 in the Army. I was an expert. So this is your trigger finger. Well, this sets right here, and it's called the P3 pressure point, for lack of a better term. But this finger pad right there, that goes towards the target. That gives you your direction. And Ben Hogan, he said he wanted 3 right hands at impact. He wished he had. These thumbs, they're not, this is not on top. That would be a putting grip. It's over on this side. It's really doing nothing. How can it do? It could go that way, but it can't go that way. We're going forward. It's this. This is, you throw something, you want that trigger finger going towards the target, skipping a rock. So next one, Dylan.
Ground orientation.
Ground orientation. So I'm the burly type. I put this over my shoulder like Continental Soldier rifle. I drop it down here. I don't hit the ground. So how do I get to the ground? Unfortunately, the ground varies, uphill, downhill, side hill. So I bow from the hip flexor, not from the waist. Now I still don't reach the ground. My knees are elevators. So now, how low can I go? Lower, lower, lower. Oh, I'm at the ground. Now here's the rub. We have to keep in this posture. We can't be pulling out of it. But the nice thing about it, golf swing takes less than 2 seconds. Even if you had 60 full swings, do the math. Dylan, we did this earlier. And that's how many minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes in a 4.5 hour round. You can do this, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, anybody can, but it takes some awareness, some focus, concentration, because man's an upright animal. He wants to come out of it, and then you hit those skanky shots. So I've got the ground orientation. Now what's the next one? Takeaway. Well, just like a child's swing, we got to break inertia. Now when we take a swing, we generally push it forward and then get that, and you always have the low point coming the same. But this is from my friend Mike Smith in Scotland. He's come up with, he calls it the 45. So what we do, this is right here on the index finger. We push down here like a teeter-totter. That breaks that inertia. Then it's just turn into it. It makes it simple, doesn't it, Dylan? We like simple. So, next one.
45-degree teeter-totter.
Yeah, that's the teeter-totter. So it's 45 is going up 45 degrees away. Then it's just moving into it. 45, 45, 45. That'd probably sit, the camera see it's there. So that also sets the wrist in the right posture. So what's the next one?
Counterbalance.
Counterbalance. So if I go down a flight of stairs, I counterbalance. I'm not thinking. It's automatic. But I don't want to. So we're counterbalancing all day. So how do we counterbalance in the golf swing? Well, I've always been taught to swing a barrel. No, it's a hip slide. My PGM friends and Mike and Sean, they have thousands of professional golfers. They have a hip shift. So when they go back, when they shift, they want this hip going up. And then my butt goes back. It's this. So how do I do that? It's flexion on this knee, extension, straightening on that knee. But see, my head stays right where it is. Now this is a little hard to grasp, and it's fairly new to me. So I'm dedicated. Repetitions. Pavlov, the Russian science for the dog salivating, 3 weeks. It was programmed into their minds. Humans are the same. So we just have to do it over and over, repetitions. So the next, heel toe. Now I've been walking for a very long time. I learned to walk at an early age. When I walk, only one heel is touching the ground at one time. Heel toe. And also you'll notice also when I walk, there's a counterbalance. When I go forward, this arm goes forward, and that's automatic. You don't have to think about that. So the next one, delivery. Well, this face mirrors your right hand, so I have to deliver this to the ball in an exact pattern. It's rotating, so I want to be very conscious of where the hand goes. If I'm throwing something, I want my hand releasing towards the target. I don't want to do that or that, out. So next one, heel toe. And that's heel toe going back, heel toe just this. Heel toe. So that's the way we walk. Next one. Head rotation. Now my head is balanced on my spine. My spine is the middle of my body. So if I rotate just from my weight left to right, look where my spine's going way off the center. I don't want to do that. I want to counterbalance, so I can stay right on top of it doing this. But when I come through, I want to come through, keep my spine, my head, and I want this right ear down. I call it right ear in the pillow. So it rotates around, and you'll see the pros, they have their head, I call it, we follow it, skip a rock. We're not locked in here, locked out. So let the head rotate with your body. Next one. Finish. You go on a trip, it's the final destination. You want to finish in a balanced manner. We call it the gallery pose. So when I come through, and I will finish, and this, you want to finish in this manner. This is reverse engineering. We know we want to finish there, so we just go around and finish there. So that's the gallery pose. So questions or confusion, though?
Pretty simple.
Hey, thanks for your help. You're in here for perpetuity. We have fun. Cheers. Keep well, safe. Later.